so you guys can look over it. I'll send you a link after we're done, and you can look it over. Also, what I will do, since you're doing ahead on your own, I will send you links to the classes from last year. So we also had 2 classes, and you can have those supporting videos.
Thank you.
So take one end, as I do, and measure 1 meter. It's about the length of your arm and your opposite shoulder. And I just roll it on my finger so the end does not annoy me. And start beating with, so we need number 11, Miyuki. Somebody in the process was asking me about Toho, if Toho beads could be used. And I answered why we use only Miyuki. And I will just, for FYI, also let you know why Miyuki. As you know, Miyuki beads are all kind of uniform compared to Toho beads. They're not as even in sizes and even shapes as Miyuki. And when you do such precise work as the Seahorse, you definitely need the beads fall into place evenly and one by one, and only Miyuki can do that. Even then, some imperfections in Miyuki beads can show, but not as significant as in Toho beads. So is everybody with me on the tail? So we thread 211 and 215. And bear with me because it's like a puzzle for me as well right now. And then we go back into, can you see well? Let's see. That is what we have. And we will be making the bead ladder until we have 4 rows. So now we're adding Miyuki 11 and go back into the 11. Back into the 11s and add 15. I'm out of 15. And that is what we should have. Oops. So now we connect the 15 size beads. If I'm too fast for you guys, let me know. Because last year I thought I was so slow, but then ladies were like, we're like 7 pages behind. So this is how we start tubular herringbone with one side is 15 size beads and the other side is 11. Now we thread number 15 for the 15th row, number 11 for the 11th row, and go through one bead. Then turn, go up through number 11, and then thread 11, and then 15. And go down one bead. And that is how we're gonna continue the work. Up one bead, number 15. Okay, how many rows do we need? So total, we will need 44 rows of this 15 and 11 herringbone. So Miyuki 11 would be like the outside of the herringbone, and Miyuki 15 will be on the inside of the tail because it will go in a spiral. And we just continue. It's pretty much the same, so if anybody wants to take over and comment on their work, does anybody want to lead the class until we finish 44 rows? No takers? Last year, we had a gentleman as a part of our beading group, and he was the only one from that class who finished the Seahorse. And it was pretty incredible. He said that it was the most complicated project he has ever done. It was tough, but he enjoyed it. Oля does, oh, are you there? Does Steve take other classes?
He takes all the time classes, but
Yeah.
he takes usually advanced classes, which most of them, I mean, I have most of advanced classes, but he does like the weaving. He doesn't do embroidery.
Mm-hmm. So does he sell this stuff or
No,
what?
I don't think
Just
so.
for fun?
Mhm. He takes classes with Laura Gusti, like he does the weaving classes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's an interesting hobby for a guy. And he's like a dude.
Yeah, and he works in a school. I think he's a musician, and he went this year. He took his group of kids. He's teaching in private Catholic school. That's why this year they went to Italy just a little bit later than us, and he met with Laura because he likes her projects. He and his wife went to Italy with group, and yeah.
His wife is
Yeah,
a lucky woman. She gets jewelry for free.
yeah, look.
He makes it all. That's amazing.
It's an interesting hobby, but look, if he's a musician, he likes to do the art.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Different expression.
Yeah.
The sign,
Could I ask a question really quick?
of course.
The kit that I have, the 16 millimeter for the spine, is a crystal, and the delicas on either side of it fit inside its hole. And so they, as I'm trying to string the spine, they keep sliding inside that crystal. Should I put something else in that place, or I'm not really sure what to do with that?
What are you already doing this?
Yes.
So it slides into the hole.
Yeah, those two delicas on either side of that 16 millimeter. I have the crystal, and the delicas go inside the crystal.
Drop into that.
Yeah.
Then, instead of having just a string inside, make it all delicas. So it's sitting on a delica.
Okay, good call. I'll do that. Thank you.
That's a good point, and I did not make that one yet. And I started it.
Yeah, I kept losing them inside there.
The only thing, the Seahorse, since you're already there, and for everybody who will be watching this, so when you connect this tail and the head, make sure, this is like important part that I wanted to mention for everybody, but since we're on this page, so your beads, make sure you do not, so the tension of the beads need to be very looser than moderate, because it has to, so in how you would find out, you would have to kind of see how free it can bend, because our head has to sit this way, our neck goes here, and the tummy is kind of over the nose, and the tail goes here. So when you bend it this way, this bead touching this bead, they're literally touching, and this bead is touching this bead on these edges right here. Here they touch each other, and here. So this is the curve of the neck that you should have, and the rest kind of falls into place, and the tail you place under the head, and the tummy, the biggest one, is under the nose. That's how you would know your curve. So my I wonder, since that bead has a bigger hole and you're gonna put the string of delicas in there, how well this will bend.
I'll try it and see what it looks like.
Because so if you put 11 round, will it stop at the hole or will it also go through? Let me see. How big it is, because I have it. I had people making this with this bead also. So it stops. It doesn't drop inside.
Okay, so use a round instead of a delicate.
11 rounds. So maybe you do 11 round on the edges of your bead, and then second would be delicate. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll try that.
And this is what will happen after, when you connect all the beads together. And because of this connection here, they will fall into place. And it would still have to be pretty flexible at this point. So you would really have to watch your tension of the beading here as well. Because as I said in the beginning, we go through these beads over and over, and that will create this sturdy beading. Also, Cassandra, since you're ahead of us, when you get to this point, and I think it's lesson 4, you let me know, because this is a very important part as well.
All right, thank you.
We have Barbara, who doesn't have a kid. Now she walked in, but
I hate to ask you this, but can you show me, I'm kind of at page 1.
Yes,
Um,
please.
Can you show me exactly how you're doing that? You're adding 2 beads and you're going through 1?
You mean the tail, right?
Yeah, the tail.
Yeah,
yeah.
on page 1. Let's see.
I'm just starting. I'm trying to figure out exactly where you're putting the beads through.
So let me start over.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's why we're here. Let me get just like for
I'm right where you are, Liz, so don't feel bad. Thank you for asking.
Good.
Don't hesitate to ask, please. Your questions will help others and will make me understand what exactly I need to be focusing on. So any minute questions, anything? So we thread to 11, right?
Mhm.
And then to 15.
Yes.
Then we go back into 11, 2 beads. Go up. And this is what we have. Then we take 2, 11. And our thread is coming from the bottom. So I'm holding one. And the other one I'm beading with. And the one I'm beading with coming out of one end, and I go back to 11 from the other end. And now this is what I have. And then I go back into the beads that I just added on the same side as my thread comes out from. Now I have this construction, and I add 2, 15 from the opposite side. So wherever your thread comes out, the opposite side. And you have this. Are you at this point or you went further?
Yeah, I mean that I'm kind of lost at the next step.
Next step. So you go back to your edge, and it's the 15 beads that you just added. Now you put them together like this to make this square. And the thread comes out this end, and on the same side, you put your needle up through the 15, the other 15 that you started with. 1, and you go back through 15, so you connect on both sides. This is what you have. Right? So now where you have 15, you add 15, and where you have 11, you add 11. So thread comes out of 15, I add 15.
Did you circle back around to close the loop?
Yeah.
You did, okay.
I did close the loop, so I'm gonna come out of it again. So this is my
Right.
thing. The thread comes out from the bottom for me, for example. And I come up through 15th on the other side to connect these 15th.
Okay, but you don't go around again.
I do go around again. So I just connected them on one side, and now I have to go
Okay.
and connect them on the other side. And they're all on both sides, they're connected. Now let's see what the second page says. Right, so you come out of 15. And then you thread 15 and 11. Oh, sorry. And then you go down just through one bead. So this is what you have.
Okay.
You pull it, then turn around and go up through 111 on the same row.
Okay.
So go up one. And it's since it's 11 row, we're over 11, so we add 11. 11 bead and number 15. Turn around. And we go down number 15, just one.
Okay.
And we pull it. And just like with number 11, we go up. So my thread comes out of this bead. So I go up this bead. So the thread stays on the same row and doesn't overlap anything. Since we already added here, so it will be 2 beads, it goes up. Oh, very good. Like this.
You going 3 beads or 2 beads up?
Right now, 2 beads up.
2 beads up. Thank you.
Because I just added 2 here. And I added 2 here. Since I already added 2 here, then it will be 2 up. Is it clear? So I added 2. Going up to 15. If I only put up to. And that's what you have. They're kind of like loosey-goosey. Right now, this top row of 4 beads, but you will connect them with next row. So we have thread coming out of 15. So we add 15. And then 11, because we go around, right? So we go down 1 bead. 15 goes over 15. 11 goes over 11. Turn around. Up 1 bead. The same row. And that's what connects the previous row that was loosey-goosey. It connects them. And then again, number 11 and number 15. Go down 1, 15. And then on the same level, we go up through 2 15s.
Then you start over.
Yeah, and start over, and that's around you go and go until 44. 44, I think. Yeah, 44 rows.
Nice. Thank you.
Is it clear, or you want more?
I'm fine, but if everybody else wants more, I'll go for it.
Well, do you want to do it with?
Yeah, I think I understand what you're doing now. Thank you.
So again, thread comes out of number 15. We add 15.
So if you're coming out of 11 Mio of 15, you get and coming out. I mean, if you're coming out of 15, you take 15 first and then 11. If you're coming out with 11 Miyoki, you take 11 and then 15. Alternate, right?
Yes.
Right, because you go around. So I come out of 15. I
Yeah.
add 15 first and then 11. And then I enter, go down 1 on the 11 row of the 11 size. Go down 1. And then here I have to go on the left side up through 111. And now thread is coming out of 11. So we add 11 first. And then 15. Because we're going to go down 1, 15. And then turn around and go up 2. So when you finish this small circle, you will be coming out of 2 beads, 2 15s. And again, in circle.
Thank you so much for doing that.
You are very welcome. Anybody else need any help? So you guys do that. You know what I'm gonna try? Since some of you are gonna start head, and you either can watch it or in the recording you can look at it. Since some of you had the twisting problem, right? And the nose. Do you guys want me to show that?
Sure. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's start.
Svetlana, are
Yes.
you going to send us the recording?
Yes, I'm gonna send you the link
Okay.
to this recording, and I will send you also links to the recordings from the class last year.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
So
That
you
would be
can
so
watch through that.
helpful. Yeah.
I think it would be helpful. Let me get new set. And I'll start the head. Number 2, number 1. Okay, the head to begin. So we do 3-meter length thread, then we thread 1 Miyuki 11, number 14, well, 14 millimeter bead. It's going to be our head, and Miyuki 11. So thread comes out of bottom or top. Let's do bottom. I mean top. And we go back into our Swarovski pearl to secure number 11 seed bead. And then we need to secure the other end. So how to show it? So this bead is sitting on this thread. So we have to, and our working thread is here. So we go up into the kind of like the opposite side of the seed bead. And pull tight, but not so tight that your needle wouldn't go through. So it has to be moderate tightness. And then we go through 11 seed beads again to secure the position. Go down. And then through the bottom one. And up. And to check your tightness, so when you go up the second time, you should feel a little resistance in the bead, but not so that it's really tough to go through. And that is how you know the tightness is good. And you kind of pull on both ends gently. And check the position of your beads. So they should not be wobbly. So now that they're secure, they can be pretty tight, sit tight on your bead. Because on top especially, so this is top, this is where our working thread coming through. And this is where this arrow bead will sit. And this bead has to be practically unmovable in order for it to create solid base for your arrow bead. So at this point, you pull it nice and tight. And then go through your top 11 Miyuki. And now thread the arrow bead. And your other thread comes out at the bottom, and your working thread on top. And here we add Miyuki 11, go back into the arrow bead. So the thread is coming out from number 11 on the right side for me. So I go from the opposite side to secure the position of the added beads. So right now it's kind of like wobbly because I went through it just once, and we go through it twice, I believe. Yeah. So we go up the arrow bead, and the needle is going pretty easily right now. Pull it gently, then through 11 on top of the arrow bead, then down the arrow bead, pull gently, and go from the opposite side where your thread was coming out on the base bead, let's call it. So now it's not too wobbly, but it's not stiff. You can move it, but there is some resistance from the thread. So it's not completely lying down and wobbling about. So if you stand it up, it stands. If you move it, it sits. And if it's too loose, then it would not be standing if you just put it up like this. And that is where we're going to secure the position of this bead in the even, so it evenly sits as a base of the crown on the bead, on Swarovski crystal pearl. And what do? We add 2 Miyuki round. And the thread comes out of the right side for me, so I go into the opposite side through this Miyuki 11 base bead. And this is where I think some of you can get it crooked. You and Liz, maybe that's what you did. You over tightened this part. So when you add 2 beads here, the first row of herringbone, you have to be very gentle and not over tighten. So if you over tighten it, it will crooked the arrow bead. But we need to correct it. So the Miyuki beads are sitting right at the edge of this bead. They will be loose, but we will connect them with other beads. So in the end, they will not be loose. But right now, so when you add this first row, and you can see if you tighten it, it bends. So you fix it by pulling it straight, hold it with the finger. So this is the position of your first row of Miyuki 11. And then you go on the other side and add first row of Miyuki 11 here as well. So thread is coming out of left side for me, and I go in to my base bead from the right, from the opposite side basically. And here I make sure this arrow bead is sitting up straight. I support it with my finger and pull it enough so this row of 11, this row of 11 that I just added, and this row, first row of 11 that I added, snug to the arrow bead. They don't over tighten it, but they are snug. They're kind of like hugging, and that is where we create first step of stability for this arrow bead. Then, what do we do then? Then we're starting débellé. Or did I say débellé herringbone? What's the difference? So I come out of the bead I just added that row. And I'm very careful with my tension here, so I am not over tightening everything that's happening right now. And I have enough tension that it holds and hugs the arrow bead without bending it either way. So if you can see, I mean, at this point, it will be a little wobbly on the sides because there is no support underneath. But on this side, we're trying to support it with number 11 beads on both sides. And this is what it should be like. So now we start, we add 2 11 beads. And start this herringbone very gently. Here, we went through first row. And then go through the base bead. And back 2 beads down. Be careful here. Again, watch your tension at this stage. And then add 2 more and go up 2 beads. So we went up and we came out of first row. And that is where we're going to secure the stability of our arrow bead by adding Charlotte 15 beads. And I think there are 4. Yeah, 4 of them. So we thread 4 Charlotte 15. Charlotte, check. 15, they're much smaller than 15 Miyuki. Well, I guess they're double. Miyuki 15 is double the size of Charlotte. So we have this 4, and then that is gonna be our support for the sides of this arrow bead. It goes underneath. So you see, it goes underneath, and we come out on the other side. And we pull gently, but so beads are sitting snug. Then here, we add to Miyuki. Go in. So 1 Miyuki 11. And I think you add a row. Yeah. And then on this side, you add 4 Charlotte 15. And you go in. So the thread comes out on this side. And we go on to the opposite side, the first bead. Through the first bead and go down all 3 beads. Make sure it's not tangled. And make sure they go underneath your bead. And there is enough space for them under. And that's when you can pull tighter here. And that is how you secure the position of your arrow bead. So number 11 beads on both sides are sitting snug to this bead, to the arrow bead, and Charlotte 15th underneath, creating this like padding for the arrow bead, so it is touching on all sides and sitting sturdy. If you try to move it, I mean, you can, but you have to force to move it. So at this point, really, this bead should not move or get crooked anyway. So maybe what happened, Liz, maybe you over tightened any of the sides of the 11, and if not, maybe something happened with Charlotte 15. Maybe somewhere it over tightened, maybe on the other side tangled and not, and that's what created crooked position. But this is the base of the position. I mean, this is the beginning of creating the sturdy structure of this arrow bead.
Mine twisted sideways. It was after a while.
Twisted this way.
No, it twisted like this.
Like this.
Yeah, yeah.
So if it twisted like that, then logically to me, I'm thinking you over tightened one side over the other.
Yeah, I did. I must have.
Yeah, so just trying to figure out, so kind of learn from mistake and do it differently.
Yeah.
So was it clear? And until you start, well, I guess until you finish the crown, you kind of have to watch and catch the position of the arrow bead. But honestly, it should not really do much twisting if your tension is even on both sides.
Okay.
So yeah, watch that.
I understand third time's the charm, so I will do well.
I had people redoing work many times. So you are now the first. So now I'm gonna continue so I can do the nose, and we'll figure out, Alice, what happens with your nose. Seven rows, okay. So now I'm adding more Miyuki rows to make 7 rows total. I have 3. And this is probably a basic rule, but I will mention it. So when you are making this, what is it, herringbone stitch? Make sure your thread always goes, what is up with this? On top of the beads. So you added 2, right? The thread comes out of on top, and you go on top and go down 2. But it is very important where your thread falls, on top or the bottom, because from that will depend the quality of your work. And when you continue doing it, because we bead on top and on top, we add layers, and those layers will lie down evenly and nicely if initial work is done correctly. So make sure this thread goes on top. And on the bottom, if it goes on the bottom, then the bead starts changing the position. So right now, they're all sitting in a row, facing one position, kind of like slanted in one direction. And if you change the direction of your thread and edit on the bottom, then the position of the bead, it will be very slight, but in the work, it will reflect poorly. But will be very slight difference, you will see.
So can you just repeat that one more time? If your thread is working on the top, then you always want to have your thread coming over the top of the bead?
Yes, correctly. So you add 2. And the thread has to go on top.
Wow, okay.
Just for example purposes, I'll show you what it would look if I do on the bottom. So it's on top. And all beads are sitting nicely. And of course, watch your tension. It has to be moderate tightness, not too tight toward, not, well, they're close and snug to each other, but not too tight that they are not movable. We need them to be slightly movable, the beads. And if you see, they're all sitting nicely. I'll show you the difference when I do it on the bottom. I don't know if you can see, but do you see how uneven the row started to be?
Yeah.
Here. Because I changed the direction. So the direction of the slant or angle of the beads, how they're sitting in a row, is changing.
Mm.
That's
Now
very,
that-
that's
Never
very
noticed that.
useful information.
Is it helpful?
Oh,
Very.
yeah, very much so.
you.
Thank you.
Another thing, if you twisted, as I said, you might not notice much difference here. Plus, we will do layers on top. But another problem with that, the layers will be really hard to do if the direction of the beads is changed and the thread goes on the bottom. Because when we add something, this angle of the beads, when we add thread on top, creates an opening for needle to go through easily. And when the direction of the beads is changed and you need to add it from the top, here I changed it already. You see, I cannot enter the bead here. Here I can, because the thread is on top. This row is already thread on the bottom, and I cannot enter this bead. And from the bottom I can. But when you start adding layers, your row, your letter will not be moving like that. So you will not even have the angle to get into the bead. So that's another important part of why thread should be on top of the letter. And it really applies to every work you do. When you bead weave this herringbone stitch, or what is it, débellé? What is it called? I don't remember anymore.
We call it herringbone, but it's antebellum also.
Yeah, so it's both. Russians call it débellé. That's
Mhm.
what. Herringbone. Thank you. Okay, so I need 7 rows.
Svetlana, for the whole thing, you only use 4-pound fire line, right?
I think so. Right, yes.
Okay. So for a head and a tail, both, you use 4-pound.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
And the needle, especially in the decorative part of work, I didn't start this yet, but you will start adding like wings here and all that stuff. The needle, what is it, number 13 needle, tulip, I think. Yes, tulip. This is what I use. I find them amazing. But sometimes it feels like it's hard to go through beads, especially with Charlotte, when there's a Charlotte 15. Then switch, don't force it, because it can crack the bead. Use number 15. Bead.
You don't use 13?
This is 13, and I primarily work with 13 tulip.
Oh,
But when this delicate work starts here, it's a lot of layers here and a lot of tiny Charlotte beads. And sometimes this needle with number 4 thread, well, 4-pound thread, is hard to go through. And that's when I switch to number 15 bead, or bead, needle.
Needle, okay.
Needle, yes. Because it's
15 needle or 13?
15.
15 and 13, okay.
13 is major work, and then this decorative, if it's too hard to go through, then it's 15.
Okay.
Where do you usually get a 15 needle? I don't know if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I never seen it either.
I have them.
So,
Oh, thank you.
If you need them, I have them.
Oh, you have them, Olya?
Thank you.
So
And
how
you-
can we order from you?
You can call me. I just need to open one of the boxes and find them because I'm still opening.
Oh,
so
Because
John
I
James,
moved my
oh,
shop.
John James have it. Okay.
they are fragile, I found. I break so many,
Yes.
but I mean, they're not that expensive, I think. And there are a lot of them here. But I also ordered, so there are a lot of them. You can go through them. And they're much thinner than 13. So I have somewhere, I ordered number 15 from Germany. Now those do not break. Fine now. Of course I can.
Svetlana, I have a question for you. This is Julia.
Yes.
Hi. So I'm working on the tail on lesson 3. I'm on page 6. And I've secured the 6mm pearl, and I'm working my way up the tail. So you have us going to like the second and securing it, second 11 and securing it to the 15, and now you've got us going to the 4th and securing it to the 15. Are you doing that on both sides or just one?
Let me get on the page.
Sure, sorry.
Sorry. Which page you said?
So this is lesson 3, page 6.
Okay.
So you've got the 28th row, and then you've got, I think, the 32nd row. Are you doing that on both sides or just the front side? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes.
Maybe I haven't gotten that far yet.
I think you go both, but then you turn over, maybe.
You do like one side first and then turn it over and work that down the other side totally, or?
Right
you-
now,
Yeah.
you don't. I don't remember if it continues on both sides. And if
On
it
page, on page 8, it tells you to turn it over and repeat.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
okay, okay.
Fabulous. All right. Thank you.
Page 8. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. How's the tail coming along? Whoever is working on it.
So far, so good.
Good, good, good.
Yeah, so good. I'm just putting I'm trying to attach the little decorative thing that fills that hole up at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to stick that in. I couldn't go on bead 14. I had to go on bead 13. And I suppose it varies with the tension a person has.
True, yes.
Yeah. But it's looking good.
All right.
I have a quick question. This is Liz.
Yeah.
It says that you could have different 2 colors on the 11s as one as an accent bead.
Mhm.
Where would you put those?
So for these kids, I did not do accent beads.
Okay.
And, which are you referring to a certain page?
No, I just thought that you could have a choice of accent beads.
Yeah. So for example, here on this seahorse, I have accent beads. So my primary beads are just bronze. Oh, here. Bronze. So this is 15 Miyuki bronze and 11 Miyuki bronze. And here I started adding gold beads just to create some contrast.
Okay.
So on the tail here, we will be adding a row on top of here it is, this extra row on top. So here we don't have it, but here we do. And in order to emphasize the contrast, I added 15, number 15 Miyuki beads on top, and then connected with gold hex cut. So the whole row looks gold on the brown background.
Is that on the pattern?
it does not, I don't think it emphasizes where the accent goes, but adding beads, yes, it's in the pattern.
So is there a trick to finding out which bead is a Toho and which is a Miyuki? I mean, I have like numbers, but I try to look them up online and I'm having trouble saying or finding that they're either one.
Usually when you buy it, they say it, if it's Toho or Miyuki.
I know.
Are you saying you have like a stash and you don't know?
Yeah.
So yes, there is a way to say it. When so in the kit you have Miyukis, and if you put like a bunch of Miyuki beads and then whatever stash you have here, I wonder if I have Toho even. I don't know if I do. Let me see if I do so I can show the difference.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is Toho. So let me just thread a couple.
Yeah, I have the same problem because the bead store that I buy from locally, they buy the stuff wholesale and then they put it in tubes. So it's like it could be Miyuki or it could be Toho. I don't like that they do that, but it's what they do.
So let me put Miyuki now, and you'll see the difference.
It depends where they're buying, because there is a one wholesaler who has completely different numbers, and I think you are buying from what's your name? You in Chicago, you're buying from they use
Maroon and City Beads. Yep.
Yeah, City Beads buying from him, and even vendors sometimes, like even Lisa sometimes doesn't know because he has his own numbers.
Right.
And this is the reason why I don't buy from him. They are significantly less expensive.
I see.
But very often customers don't know who what beads are.
Well, and that was a big deal because, yeah, no, I know because we've asked her and she's like, I don't know, that's just what he gets me.
Yes.
And it came into a play with when Sabine Lippert was doing those balls.
Yes.
2 years ago. She was like, they have to be, I can't remember which one. I think they had to be like, absolutely had to be Miyuki because the Toho, the Rivolis were going to fall out. And people had bought beads from the store thinking they were Miyuki, but they weren't sure and they were hoping. And then they ended up, in this class with this huge mess because everything's falling apart.
Yes, I'm aware of that. That's why when in my shop, I always specify, and I not only that, I always have them separate because let's say some designers using exclusively Miyuki, some designers using only Toho. I forgot right now. And when you do embroidery, it doesn't matter really much. But that's why, but there is a conversion from this guy. He sent me once and it was so complicated to see which one. I said, forget it. I'm not gonna deal with that. Yeah.
So I'm showing you both. If you look at the screen, the dark ones are Miyuki and the light ones are Toho. So you see Tohos are fat, like let's say that, right? They're fatter, wider, they're wider than Miyuki. And Miyukis are thinner and they are more even, like every bead is almost the same. And in Toho, they are different. Well, right now they're all kind of, well, this one thinner than this one. Is a big difference if you can see.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, these tips are
This one is
wonderful.
really
Keep-
wide, and this
keep them
one
coming.
is almost like Miyuki thin. And I mean, you can calibrate it, I guess, and pick out the most identical ones, but it would be crazy. Actually, Alan does that. And Miyuki's, they're more the same each bead then.
Svetlana, are they're more rounded, correct? The
Tohos are more rounded and like wider.
Yeah.
When Miyuki's are thinner and almost the same shape and size each bead, when Toho have drastic difference in thin and thick.
For people who do who knit and use the beads, Toho 8 is very often better than Miyuki because of the hole size. That's why keep in mind, if you do the knitting or crocheting with beads, this is easy to do with Toho. But most
What
of
about the shape of each bead? Because it's not like uniform. Not uniform. What's the word? They are not even like on each whole sides. They would be not even.
Yeah, they are uneven with the
Yeah.
with the sizes.
Now to continue the head, I did 7 rows. Then I add 3 millimeter bead, and 2 11 seed beads.
Thank you for all these tips. They're really awesome.
You are very welcome. If anybody has any questions, please ask me.
Is there a quick way to count these? I mean, I've counted them and now I pulled the needles out, so I know I've got exactly what I need. But then you have to count to 28 rows. Do you put a thread through them, or do you ever mark your beads?
Probably would be a good idea, but I count them. I counted them so many times, and then I'm like in the middle of counting, I forget which row. Like,
Yes.
oh, and I have to start over. So
Yes.
no, but if somebody comes up with a faster way, please share.
Okay.
So now here.
Is it possible to find the bigger beads anymore, the bigger pearls to make a seahorse?
No, they are discontinued.
Yeah.
And those
You have to
arrows,
use a crystal instead, right?
arrows discontinued. 14, 16 size millimeters pearls discontinued. A lot of colors discontinued. Well, Oля would know best. Oля, what's on the market now with pearls?
Almost impossible to find the larger size. I found a brown 14 pearls if you need. But other than this, but you cannot find the matching stuff, I guess. And there is nothing in 16. Yeah, and the Swarovski just all stock. Yeah.
So did they sell out all of their discontinued stuff, or they still selling it?
No, some people still have that if you need. Some of them we can. I don't think. I
So-
actually, believe it or not, I have a bright orange ones, big ones, but they are like a.
Oh, like neon?
Hold on a second, I will climb on this.
I think I have beads for neon pink
Yeah,
and
but
neon
again, I think
orange.
that I have 2 millimeter and I have 10 and 12, I believe. But this is the, it's a Netherlands color, I call it. It's
Uh-huh.
the football team
Oh. Mhm.
or soccer team.
What size is that? 12?
I have 2 millimeters and this is 10 and 12, I believe.
Mm.
Yeah, but a nice color.
I saw a seahorse somebody made with neon pink. It
Oh.
looked amazing.
Oh,
honestly.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And that's, well, I was buying these pearls from all over the world.
But if you need brown for teens, I can order them.
Brown or what?
Brown in 14.
Oh, and 14, okay.
So I was buying from
No,
Australia,
16. No, 16.
from Mexico, and or Spain, and in the stores they do not ship abroad. So you would literally need to have somebody in the country to buy it for you.
Where is that?
Well, when I was looking for colors to make kits,
Okay.
and I was buying from Australia, I managed to do with like there's a parcel service. They
Mhm.
have a kind of like ship in place or something. So they give you the address, the store sends it to that address, and that shipping place sends it to me. So the shipping was like over $300.
Oh my gosh.
It was crazy, yeah. And from Mexico, it was also really hard to like. There was a hunt.
Is there any hope that Preciosa might pick up the slack the way they have
No.
with the other stuff, or no?
No, they don't do that. But there is another option. You can do the, because you can order actually Venetian pearls.
Oh,
And
okay.
they will make you any sizes. And if you need this, because we went to Italy and we had a class, I'm still waiting for some pendants they're making for me for Laura's class. They will, there is a sources of different sizes and different colors Venetian pearls. It probably will be less expensive than the shipping of $300 from Australia.
Wow.
Yeah, and they have gorgeous pearls. Yes.
And they are glass.
Venetian glass. Yeah.
And what are colors? Like,
Whatever color
Swarovski has really good finish, and
whatever color you want, I can let you know the vendor and you can talk to him.
another tip for you ladies, you all have different kits, so you have different color of Miyuki beads. Even though Miyuki is pretty even, but the size and shape also varies from color to color.
Yeah.
That's another tip. So for example, this what is it, bronze is 11 Miyuki. They are pretty thin. I actually love this size. It works perfectly. So when I make a head, for example, it sits snug. So 7 rows here, 7 rows on the bottom. And it sits pretty snug to the pearl. Now, when I was making this color of the head, and this, I don't remember the name of this Miyuki. This is also Miyuki, but they are a little wider. It's like tiny bit wider. And it creates significant difference in how, do you see this gap here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah, so 7 rows, and we need to have 7 rows because everything is calculated where the rest of the beads are gonna fall into. Because if you take a row away, then you would have to readjust everything here. So I decided to do so. And what else? This color, this is matte nickel. And this is also snug, as you see, or compared to this.
Yeah.
So they're pretty much the same in size and shape with bronze. Nickel is also pretty snug. And I have discovered it when I was making these different color seahorses for examples. And also the girls, I had, I don't remember how many people I had in class, but they also, some of them collected their own beads. At that time, you could buy them actually. So they collected their own kits, and they started showing me these gaps. I'm like, what the hell? And then when I started working on it, I discovered that the color also is different. Depending on the color, the size of a seed bead of Miyuki is also different. How weird is that?
Yeah.
So if you do have beads that are kind of a little wider, and you will know it by just making a head and having this gap, don't get scared. It will all get tightened in the process, but it will have tiny gap here, which is not crucial.
Can I
Unless you...
ask a question on the tail?
Sure.
So I'm doing the green that you're doing in your hand, and I'm on page 7, and it says connect row 4 to 32, but my row 4, I'm counting again.
Oh.
My row 32 is closer to 3. Does it have to be exact?
Let's see. Could you please tell me the page again?
7.
So you connect row 4, right? To 32.
That's where I am. Yep.
It has to be exact.
Right.
And
But it doesn't fit up. Why wouldn't it sync up?
where is it for you connect? So you added a 6mm bead, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a little off. I can try. I'll do that, but it's not right across from it, is what I'm saying.
Can you take a picture and send it to me? I'll look at it.
It's across from my 3rd bead, not my 4th bead.
Across, so you're 32 across from your 3rd bead.
3rd 11, not my 4th 11.
Then you have to twist it a little bit to push it
Okay.
down. Try that and let me know.
All right, I'll try that.
Because at this stage, you're creating this circle. And this is the first, I think. Oh no, it's second. What about on page 6? where you connect row 2 to 28. Did you connect exactly row 2 to 28?
Yeah, I did. I just ran it through and it looks like it's syncing up.
It is?
So I'll try it exact. It is syncing up once I pull it.
So maybe because also tension is playing the role here.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Svetlana, I also have a question. This is Linda. It's on the tail. When I go to put the decorative end on the tail, where you put the round and all demis and all those, it's kind of doesn't want to fit in there. It kind of bubbles up. So if I take one of the 11 demis out, it fits perfectly. Is it okay to do that? It's not. It's gonna mess up anything, is it? If I remove
No,
one
it's
of those?
not. It's
Okay.
okay. Yeah, it's fine. So you mean this part, right?
Yeah, it's on page.
And if you
where-
take one demi 11 out, is that what you mean?
One of the 11 demis, yeah.
Yes, yes, that's
It's just that little tiny bit, and now it fits in there.
yes.
Okay, thanks.
Again, this and it's for the future reference for anybody who does that. That's a great question, because so you have this gap here that you need to fill in, and you're given a row of beads of certain size and shapes to fill this gap in. And if for some reason whatever beads do not, like in this case, fit perfectly, then you remove whatever is needed or add if needed, maybe tiny beads or whichever bead. You just kind of see it and play it by your situation here and add as many beads that can fit in and cover this gap. That's all you need. The purpose of these beads is actually to cover this gap and create like smooth transition from small to create this spiral seamlessly. What's the word? So yeah, you can adjust that per your situation. Okay, I am doing the nose. I'm about to do the nose. So Alice, that's for you. And for whoever is gonna work on the head. So I made 7 rows here on top, 7 rows on the bottom. And now I go through, I connected these rows and then I go up. All 7 rows. Here, don't pull too hard yet. So this is top, this is bottom, and on the bottom we add 2 Miyuki 11. Go down 1 row, 1 bead. beads. And then add one more row of Miyuki 11. Oh, I should not have come out. So you add 2. And then you go up through the bead, the 3mm bead. And then 2 more seed beads. So you added 2 rows of Miyuki here on the bottom. Then we go down and add, I believe, 2 rows as well. Yeah. So 9 rows altogether for both sides. Oops. And you can pull it a little tight here, so these added beads are sitting snug to the rest of the rows. Okay, so you added 2 more.
Are we going to take a lunch break?
Yes, whenever you, oh, it's after 12. I am so sorry. Yes, please go ahead if you need to. I mean, it's a recording, so you will watch it later anyway. So if you guys need to go do whatever, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. Here, now this could be a little tricky here. We need to connect top row with the bottom. And that is page 8. So the thread comes out of top for me. I go down 1 bead. And then I come out of the same bead that I just, where the thread was coming from my first. This is first bead, this is second bead. Go into second bead and go up again to secure on both sides. Then I go on the other side and do the same thing. Secure both sides. So I connected and made a square. This is where I'm gonna start the tubular herringbone. Now I'm on the bottom and I start adding number 15 beads. Number 15. And in order to close this gap here and thread, we add 2 Charlotte 15 beads and go up to number 11. Here we add 15 again, go down 1 bead, add Charlotte 15 and go up through 11 and 15. Now here on the bottom, you add 2 11. This is the second row. Turn around, go up through 15. And here you add 2 15 Miyukis. Down 1 bead. And up 2 beads. 1 and 2. And this is the only time you add number 11 in the nose. And you continue with number 15. 8 rows. So on the bottom, down 1, up 1, add 2, down 1, and up 2. And this is what we're having so far. And again, down 1, size 15, continue, turn around, up 1, down 1, up 2. So if you do it this way, and it is not gonna twist. So somewhere down the road, Alice, you probably did not do it in the same pattern and it started twisting.
Yeah, maybe. Is it the one that you put one just one time the 11 Miyoki?
Right. So you connect your 9 rows and then you start herringbone, like the nose with 15. So first row of 15 is all 15, and then you add only 1 on the bottom, 11, and then you continue with 15. And it's, you add 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 on the bottom, 2 on top, and they connect on sides. So I take 2 15s, go down 1 on the bottom, so I added 2 here, then I go on the side, top, go 1, and then add 2 15s here. Oh. And then go up on the side, go up 2. No, together we need a, wait, yeah. I have 5. And in terms of tension, when you're doing the nose, it can be already.
So it's only 11 Miyoki at the bottom, or 111.
Oh, well, it's a row of,
Yeah.
it's 2 Miyuki 11, only 1 row on the bottom. It's like second row. It helps to create that kind of nose up feel. Yeah, it makes it like this. But I also, and I will show it, pull much tighter. So my tension, I'll show you. Is also pretty moderate. Not too loosey-goosey, but they're pretty movable and flexible. And then in the end, I tighten up the row on the top, on the right, and on the left. So it pulls 2 rows, well, not 2 rows. The top layer pulls towards the head, but the bottom is as relaxed as in the beginning. And that also creates that nose a little up feel. Look, I should say. So I have 8. rows. Now on page 12, you have, it says that you connect the last row on this side, on this side. You can do it, but you don't have to. And if you don't, then your bead, well, I guess I connected it on every one. Maybe there was a reason. Okay, let's do as it says in the instructions. So you go down one to connect the sides that are not connected. And then we add 3mm Swarovski. Then and fix your Swarovski here so it sits horizontally. And go back into the bead. Enter the other side. And do it twice. So you secure the position. And when you do it second time, you actually can go down 2 beads. Up 2 beads. In. And then I think here it will go all the way back. Let's see. So you secure the bead. Yeah. And this is where you will tighten up this top layer. So you secured your, you see it's kind of also flabby for me, which is first time for me. So your thread is coming out of this number 3 bead, the nose. So you go down, go left, I guess, through all 10 rows. 10 rows? Let's see. It says 10 rows, right. Yeah. All 10 rows. And you pull it tight already. Don't break the thread. And then you go back 10 rows on this side. And it's all on top. And you pull it tight again. And you see it's already, because the top rows are pulled much tighter together, it creates this slight curve.
Mhm.
And it also makes it sturdier. and kind of like harder. And gently but tight, pull and go back through 10 rows, I believe. Yeah. So here, I will do this again, tight on this side, and this side. And you can even help with your hands for this curve. Okay. Now it's not floppy and tight. We can actually go through it again. We won't need to add anything on top, so okay. And we finished the nose. Also, I'm thinking why maybe this part is also not too tight for you. But you will be redoing it, so
Yeah, everything was loose and
Mhm.
as I was making them.
Like on this stage right now, loose is good because we'll be adding layer on top of layer. And in the end, it will all tighten up and sit nicely. But the nose right now is pretty hard. So I went through it a couple times on the only top layer.
Mm.
And now we're adding 3 really hex cut. And these layers on top should pull and tighten the row, this row. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Yeah. I'm gonna change the color. And then 3. And up. We added hex cuts. and pull tight here. So it tightens with these 3 beads. Then we add 3 Miyukis, 15. Go through 2. And goes in here. And this added 3rd row will tighten this bottom row and create sturdier structure here. So looseness should not be present already. So ladies, my little one is back, so I'm gonna go feed her lunch and I'll be back, okay? Oля, do I stop recording and then start over when I come back?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yes.
How do I do that? Stop recording. And it will save on my computer, right? Gus Anderson. Okay. Well, it says pause. If I pause it, and then when I come back and continue, will it start from where I continued? Or
Yes,
so I can
yes,
pause.
it will be. You can pause. Yeah,
It won't disappear?
no.
I'm scared. Okay, now I'm gonna pause the recording.